Did you ever hear the story about the man that came from Norway? And he couldn't figure out how he could make a living. And he lived out in the woods. That made it even tougher. So he used to carve. And he carved bears. And his wife took a bunch of them one day and sold them. Well, there he had a career. Isn't that wonderful? And in his neighborhood one day, there was a family, and they had a young son, about 12. And he came up to see him, and he said, "Can I visit you?" "Yes," he said. "I'd sure like to know how to carve." "Yes, that would be nice." "Well, can I?" And he said, "Yes." So he gave him a knife, and immediately the kid said, "Hey, this knife is not sharp. It's not as good as the one you have." So he thought, okay, but he warned him, you have to be very careful. So then he asked for a piece of wood, and more or less sort of scrap wood, and he wanted one of the prime pieces to carve his bear. And they're both sitting there doing their work, and the young boy ends up with a lot of toothpicks on the ground. And the Norwegian man ends up with a beautiful little bear. And the kid is sad and angry, and he said, "How can you do that? How can you carve a bear?" And the man answered, "You know, I never did learn that. I don't know how to carve a bear. I just carve away what isn't the bear." Our values align. Høstfest Heritage Foundation.